Hello fiber friends! Welcome to Vlogmas. I don't remember which day it is, but we'll figure it out when we open the advent calendar boxes today. I got a couple days behind, but that's okay because we are going to catch up. And I had a lovely day walking through the forest with my spindle. That was awesome. I have started spinning a little bit of some test spins with the other Kravelli spindles that I got. Let me show you just a smidge, just a little teaser. Everyone really loved Nutty and Dancer the most. I did start spinning with the metal tip spindle, but I have a pile of chaos and it's in there somewhere. So I'll just show you what I have going on. Nutty right now. This is some alpaca, and yes, it's a wonderful spin. I want to card some bats and do more of a spindle focused spinning. I mean, these are just so nice. I just keep dreaming about spinning a floofy squishy bat with it. And so I'm not doing that today, I'm sorry. Please don't be disappointed. I have other stuff I have to work on as well. Not have to, but want to. And I just have such a mess of things in the way, especially all the different yarn for the color work for the Santa Claus stocking. We'll get to that in a second. So I want to get a little further along on that before I get to these so that I have a good space to set up and show you what's going on, get my drum carder out, do a little carding. I said I would be doing a giveaway with one of these spindles, and we will do that giveaway in the video where I spin with the spindles. So it's not this one, but we'll have that one later and we'll do a draw from the comments. So be on the lookout for that one, and I'll put a bunch of notifications and that'll go through to the end of Vlogmas that you'll have a chance to put a comment on that video. So if you're watching this now and you're catching up, and it's not Christmas yet, go find that video real quick and leave a comment. All right, I want to show you some other stockings and open up some advent boxes. I want to get this stocking done. I had to prioritize all the things. I got down to the bricks and I stopped because I needed to find flesh colored yarn for Santa's flesh. I did my best. This is what I came up with. He lives in the North Pole, okay? He's gotta be a really white dude, right? I think this is whiter than me. It's fine. Anyway, moving right along, the puppies that I got in one of the Twice Sheared Sheep Advent days are my little Intarsia puppies. This one's holding Santa's flesh. Should we say skin? Santa's skin. That sounds better, right? Hat. This is Santa's hat. We're going to have a problem, but I'll let you know what that problem is when we get to it. So I have a bunch of stockings and then I ran out of puppies. So now I just have my regular little Intarsia bobbins. Here's something interesting though. On the actual pattern, which we did find, and I'll have a link in the description of this video. In the actual pattern, Santa is facing this way with the stockings like this, but in the one my grandmother did, Santa is facing this way with the stockings over there. And I was like, what? And I thought maybe when someone recreated this pattern, they did it the other way. But no, the original one, because I've seen a lot of pictures now, people have found the pattern and sent pictures, and Santa's always facing the other way. I have two theories. One is that she was just going back and forth and decided to start the chart, and where she started the chart, she just went for it and it was backwards. Maybe. Option two, I think is more likely. So my grandmother always, and I called her Grandy, so I'm just gonna say Grandy because it's weird to say grandmother because she didn't want to be called grandmother. Grandy always told me that she knit backwards. And I thought that was so interesting because she taught me how to knit, and I don't knit backwards, I just knit. Like I didn't know there was a backwards. You know, like you throw with your right hand, or you know, pick with your left hand, whichever hand is holding the yarn, and you can do either one, and you're either making a knit stitch or a purl stitch. And I cannot remember for the life of me if she was knitting from right to left with knit stitches. Wait, that's the way we do it. I can't remember if she was going left to right with knit stitches. Like, I don't think of it as forward or backwards. I just think of it as knitting, and it exists and it is. But she always said that she knit backwards. And I'm wondering if that's why the chart is reversed. The reason she said she knit backwards is because she was left-handed. So I need some lefties out here to tell me if you knit backwards, or like just what is that experience for you as a left-handed knitter in a right-handed knitting world? Or is there, like, I'm very ambidextrous, so like when I was a kid, I would write with either hand. I would use scissors with either hand. It was like I would use the scissors with whichever hand was convenient to do the cutting, and then I would get frustrated because like most of the time the scissors were broken. They were just right-handed scissors that didn't work in my left hand. And eventually my teacher was like, pick a hand. You can't have both. So I kind of ended up right hand dominant because most things are right-handed, like the scissors. But I've always been able to use either hand, so I don't have the experience being in the world of being strongly dominant with one-handedness, because if something's annoying, I'll just do it with my other hand. And I find that interesting, just that everybody goes through the world with different perceptions because of your handedness. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so I have no idea why Santa ended up backwards on Grandy's stocking. I'm gonna go with a theory that it was because she was left-handed and she knit backwards to her perception, whatever that means. And I'm gonna do mine backwards because I feel like I'm so used to looking at Santa facing the way he does on Grandy's stockings, because like the rest of my family has these stockings and Santa's facing the same way on all of them. So when I look at the charted pattern Santa, to me, I look at that and I'm like, that's the backwards one, because I grew up with Santa facing the other direction. And so that's the normal direction to me. So I'm gonna do mine backwards, but it's not really backwards. I think I'm gonna screenshot the color chart, and then I'm gonna go and in an editor just flip it. That would probably be easier for me. If I tried to actually read it backwards, I think I would like there would be like his face would randomly be over here when it should be. Like I would flip something around. I'm sure that would happen. So we'll see what happens, but I still have a problem coming up. I will check back with you when I get there. I knit up to the very last stitch that I could possibly knit until I ran into my problem, and my problem is this. Santa's beard is the problem, because on the original, Santa's beard is Angora, which is really cool because it has a halo, and so he has like a fuzzy beard. How cute is that? You can see if I turn it to the side, you can see the halo of it. That Angora yarn is discontinued, so I can't get that yarn anymore. But fortunately, I did a whole yarn study, so to speak, on that likely exact same Angora yarn. I have a whole video about it. I made a vintage beret hat, and the pattern was a vintage pattern and called for this Angora yarn that's discontinued. So I used Angora wool from bunnies that I used to own. So I know that they were very happy. And I brushed them, and that's where I got the wool from. And I blended it with some merino, and I made Angora yarn that fit the standard of what the yarn should have been so that I could knit a hat out of it. If you want to see that project, you can go check it out. And I go through my whole process of creating that yarn to duplicate the vintage yarn. So that's cool because I know how to do that. I just have to do it, but I can do it. So I have Angora in my stash. It was sent to me by a fiber friend and I need to go find it, but I don't think I'll get that done today. I have some other stuff I want to work on, but I'm kind of feeling like, I know how to duplicate that vintage yarn. Actually, I'm going to have to rewatch my video because I have no idea where my notes are for that, and I'm going to need to see what I did because I don't actually remember. Good thing there's a YouTuber I can go watch. It just happens to be myself. But I'm helpful to me, so that's all good. Santa's starting to look like a little Santa though. I think there is enough contrast. I think you can tell that this is supposed to be like a skin color. When I was out spinning yarn in the forest, I didn't take my advent calendar with me. So we have a little catching up to do. So let's open up some of the advent boxes from the Twice Sheared Sheep advent calendar that they sent me, and we are unboxing, and I have an affiliate link in the description of this video if you're interested in checking that out. Day 10, let's see what we have. Okay, here we go. Ooh, oh, this is lovely yarn. Here's the yarn, and it's lovely, a little speckle. It's called, let's see, it's Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Design, hand-dyed yarns, and it's like a sock, like a DK merino nylon blend, and the color is Heritage, and it's really pretty. I like it. All right. Let's open day 11 and see what we've got. I think this is a pattern. Paw print love beanie. That is cute. I think this is for the different yarn that has come in this box. So I won't show the pattern, obviously. I can show you the part where it has, like, you know, the materials and the gauge and notes and stuff like that. So here it is. That is just darling. I like it. The pattern is by Sarah Gross, and I will put a link to the pattern in the video description. But yes, it is meant to go with these yarns, and I think it's very cute. But I have a big head, and hats never ever fit me. So I will follow the pattern and do gauge, and probably whenever I make this, it'll end up being a gift for someone, because I have a big head. If I sized it up to fit my head, probably I'd run out of yarn. But I think it's a cute hat, and yeah, I'd like to make it eventually. I have so many projects right now. I'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Speaking of projects that I have going on right now, I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but I'm knitting socks. And that's what I'm doing. So here is one pair that isn't going to be finished for Christmas. I was worried that it wouldn't fit Mark, and it would fit his, like it would fit his leg, but I don't think it's going to be stretchy enough to get over his heel. So I think these will be for me or someone else at some point. It was a lot of work to get this far. And I don't want all these cables to go to waste. But look how pretty they are. It is stretchy. It's just not stretchy enough. So I started a different pattern. It's just Paton's Kroy sock yarn. Nothing fancy. Here's this one. I love the effortless color. That just makes it, I don't know, it just makes it fun to watch the colors go by. I don't know if I'll get this one done in time. It's definitely not for Mark, and there's no pressure to have it done for Christmas at all whatsoever. So whatever happens will happen, and it's fine. It's fine. No pressure. And it's not for anyone. And for my final bit of shenanigans today, I have an idea. I keep loading up too many projects, right? But I had this idea. I love this fabric. Isn't this the cutest? Look at the deer. Look at the rabbits. Like, this is just the cutest. And I want to make pajamas. So even if I don't finish them for Christmas, it's not like ho ho ho, red, white, and green, and you know what I mean? Like, this is winter fabric. Like, this could be, it's fine if it doesn't get done on time. Carolyn Pajamas is the name of the pattern, and it's from Closet Core. And to me, it's like the perfect pajamas. Like, it's the quintessential, if I think of pajamas, that is the pattern I imagine in my mind, if that makes sense. And I'd love to have a set of pajamas. So I need to figure out how many yards I have here to do my size in the width of this fabric. I think I need 5 3/4 yards, which is a good deal of fabric, but it's a full top and full pants, so that makes sense. But the pants have elastic, of course, and so that's real comfy. And yeah, I just want to make some pajamas. So I'll just pile this onto my pile of projects to do. And we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all good. We'll get there. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. But for our little comment discussion in the comments section, I would love to know, what is your favorite kind of pajamas? Is it like the kind with the button up front? Do you like the stretchy, like jersey knit kind of pajamas? Do you like a nightgown? Do you like nothing at all? What's your favorite kind of pajamas? I'm interested to know, because like I'm kind of, it depends on the season for me. Like, it depends on the time of year. I like different pajamas at different times, but for winter, I definitely like sort of the, you know, the pants with the button up. Classic, I guess. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I will see you in the next one. Happy Vlogmas and happy spinning.